Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and man, what a vintage jazz concert poster featuring two pillars of 1950s and 1960s jazz music. Wow, such talent on there, and yet it's just a simple cardboard, telephone pole advertising poster. The year was 1963, and here it is advertising the John Coltrane Quartet and the Miles Davis Sextet. Wow. The venue there at the top was Shelley's Manhole, a very cleverly named nightclub that was partially owned by well-known jazz drummer Shelley Mann. It was located in the heart of Hollywood between Hollywood and Sunset Boulevards on Cahuenga Boulevard. And the house band there consisted of, yep, you bet, Shelley Mann on drums. As a matter of fact, he called it Shelley Mann and his Men. More clever wordplay on his last name there. Now, the most unusual aspect about this poster, if you've seen a lot of concert posters, I presume you have, well, it's unusual when the year is given, because they usually lasted about 6 weeks. This probably lasted a couple of months, so why give the year? So it's unusual to have the year on there once, but 4 times? Well, that's exactly what this has, as you can see there. Coltrane was Tuesday, March 19th, 63, through Sunday, March 24th, 63. And Miles was Friday, April 5th, 63, through Sunday, April 14th of 63. So perhaps that was just the typesetter just doing his thing or whatever, or it's possible that Shelley Mann, with his club, really wanted his concert posters to have the year on there for whatever reason. You never know. Now, speaking of typesetters, this 14 by 22 inch standard-sized window card was printed, not surprisingly, like a lot of LA posters, by the Colby Poster Printing Company in Los Angeles. Now, one thing you really have to scratch your head about and worry about if you're a collector, and certainly with simple Colbys, is this thing could be easily faked and bootlegged, right? I mean, just look at it. No picture to worry about or anything. But, this is not the very first one to ever turn up. I used to live in Los Angeles, including when I did poster collecting the start of my poster collecting career. And every once in a blue moon, one of these would turn up, and or one of its sister posters, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So, you have some evidence there. But the best thing of all is that this was acquired directly from the man who went to the club in 63 and grabbed it and kept it for over 50 years. So it's a great story. He wrote out a really nice letter of Providence. He and his buddy went there in 63 to see Stan Getz and Astrid Gilberto. And of course, the girl from Ipanema was their big hit at the time. And just sitting stacked up on a piano or a flat surface, the bar perhaps, was a stack of, posters, their concert posters. And he actually asked if he could buy one from an employee, and very typical in the 60s, the employee just said, I'll just go ahead and take what you want. They're not for sale. Just take whatever you wanted. So I don't know if he took just this poster or several more, but at least he certainly took this and wrote up a really nice letter about it 50 years later. It's just a really nice story, and one that is, common, as I said, from the 1960s. So I've spoken of this poster's sister poster, if you will. You're really going to see what I mean. At the end of 1963, take a look at this, and this is featuring just John Coltrane. And yeah, that is a twin sister, other than the fact that Miles Davis is not on this poster. The same black and orange motif, the same style of block printing, and the Cahuenga Boulevard address given. And plus, actually this has 2 phone numbers, and the previous poster had just 1 phone number. And there you've got John Coltrane presented at an angle, both to be eye-catching, I suppose, and perhaps to fill up space without another act to advertise below like the previous poster. Then down there in the lower left, there it is, Thursday, December 12th, 63, through Sunday, December 22nd of 63. Now for me, a real serious poster collector who's originally from the area, the most surprising aspect of this poster is the fact it was not done by Colby. And even though it looks so much like the previous poster, this was done by the completely unheard of, until now, Arts Printing House on Fairfax in Los Angeles. And their credit down on the white margin at the bottom is very easily readable. So that's interesting. I wonder how many concert posters Arts did back then. So we've got this cool piece loaded with talent from early '63. Let's take a look at a John Coltrane concert poster that did pay attention to its design elements and eye appeal. Ta-da-da-da! Wow, look at this baby, huh? And it's only a few months before the previous poster. This one is from November of 1962 in Hamburg, Germany. Wow, look at that one. Poster artist Gunther Kieser, the cutting-edge German graphic artist best known for his Jimi Hendrix poster in 1969 with all the crazy wire hair. Almost everybody knows that poster. So as you can see, it does say on here, first of all, I'll take the red lettering. It says Norman Granz presents Concert of Modern Jazz. And then below that you have a red exclamation point, plus John Coltrane and his group. And then in bold black, that takes over the poster, absolutely. You do have a relatively small John here, mixed in with the red lettering. And then Coltrane in these 8 huge abstract letters. Just really, the whole crux of the poster is just Coltrane's last name, but the way it's lettered is just really, very, very modern art, especially at the time. And then it goes back to normal size print here for the words "and his group." And then down in the lower left part of the poster, you do have all the consumer information that's needed in German. Sunday, November 25th, 1962 at 5 p.m. at the Music Hall. Tickets, 3 Deutschmarks apiece, and of course ticket buying information then given. So then you have a choice as a collector, which would you rather have on your wall, or at least in your collection? And for some people it's an easy choice. Some are going to see this and say, with those graphics, are you kidding? Which one? And other people would look at the other poster and say, with Miles Davis on the poster, are you kidding? So, and then I guess there's others like me that are just torn between the two. The great graphics or the incredible, double talent on the other one. So, kind of fun choices that collectors sometimes have to make, and it's what helps make it a hobby. Thanks a lot for dropping by, and have a good day. We'll see you next time for something soon. Bye-bye.